representative of Albania, Italy, all partner countries, dear participants and friends of this project. At the beginning, I would like to thank to our host, to wonderful hospitality. I would like to thank for invitation from Region Marke to this event, and of course to thank to our great partner and friend, our regional agency of Herzegovina-Neretva. I'm really glad to be here and to be part of this project next, which is really important for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Why? Because we have problems with innovation. That is something what is really familiar in all countries which are included in this project. I'm asked to say something about R&D sector in Bosnia and Herzegovina. How it goes in our country. It was much better before 30 or 40 years ago. We had 1.5% of GDP investment in R&D sector. We had great industry companies which had research laboratories, and they provided hundreds and hundreds of researchers. And right now, we don't have statistics how much we invest in R&D. That's the huge problem in Bosnia and Herzegovina. We have really bad monitoring and evaluation system of R&D. It is estimated that we have 0.1% of GDP investment in R&D, but that is just guessing because we don't have statistics, as I said. Some of the major problems in R&D sector in our countries are weak R&D capacities in both and public and private sector. I think that is really familiar in all countries in the Western Balkan. R&D undertaken at universities having a weak relevance to industry. And of course, marginal government funding. We have strategy, but we don't have money to implement it. That is a huge problem. An absence of links, science and industry, as the private sector barely invests in R&D. This context is emphasized by the lack of effective policy measures for innovation or cohesion between industrial and innovation goals. Through these major problems, I mentioned three main actors: private sector, public sector, and R&D sector. This is that famous triple helix, which unfortunately in our country does not collaborate as it should. This project next is a great opportunity to make this triple helix collaborating, communicating, and to have great development of all innovation systems, which leads to development of all economy in general. It's not everything so bad in our country, of course, but we have some progress. We use some EU opportunities, and one of them is this next project. We have as well some other projects in our area, especially in Herzegovina. But we need more and more initiatives in our country to make this innovation policy be really effective and to implement it as real, not just to be something on paper. We are really aware in Ministry of Economy that innovation is really important for all economic development. We like to say that innovation is the ability to convert ideas into invoices. So we need this project and we need more of these initiatives. From the side of ministry, we tried to have a better communication with our private sector. which we are responsible. And we spoke with them, what are their problems? And actually, they have ideas, what they want to improve, and they have ideas, what are innovation, what they can actually conduct in their own premises. And one of them is biomass technology. We spoken with our food processing industry, and they told us that they have huge problem with their waste disposal. And we said, okay, so what do you suggest? You see, in Italy, there's no problem with so much waste disposal. They have the power plants in Italy, and they use the biomass as a energy. And I said, okay, and what's the situation in our country? That waste, they need to pay to authority companies to take and put on the landfills. They don't use it as their own energy to heat their premises, so they have double cost. So it's not just that private sector does not have that awareness about innovation, and I think that all together, peer partners, all countries, as it mentioned before, can be this power to make innovation society much, much, much better. At the end, I will take this occasion and to thank you again and to wish you a great success of this project. And hope to see you soon, very soon in Mostar. And I hope that we will be the great host as our Škotor city. Thank you.
Thank you.